Referee is Raul Caiz Sr. for this one. And it has the chemistry of nitroglycerine with these two huge punches involved.
Huesito aquí para arriba, los trunks están un poquito alto para los dos, así que dense la mano y buena suerte los dos,
Well, something's got to give here, really. These two have had 49 fights between them, 43 knockouts, 32 between them inside 3 rounds. Ortiz probably a little more compact. Maidana, the Argentinian, is a Ricardo Mayorga type slugger. He really lets the leather fly. So there's a frisson of excitement among the big crowd here at the Staples Center in Los Angeles about this one. The red trunks of Maidana, and for the winner, an almost certain fight against the winner of the Amir Khan Andreas Katalnik world title fight coming up on Sky Box Office on July the 18th.
Stop! Box!
Could be good, Jim.
Yep, I think it will be good. They've made a couple of matches already for Ortiz that they expected to be tough nights for him, and he's blasted his way through them. But if that's their wish, I think they're going to get it tonight, because Maidana really is a tough nut, as he proved last time out against Katalnik.
Ortiz in the green and white, vicious Victor Ortiz as he's known, but he's a charming fellow out of the ring. I don't think he really likes the nickname much, but he understands he needs it for marketing purposes. Golden boy protege Ortiz, who comes from Oxnard, California, the fruit-growing area north of Los Angeles.
You know, Maidana's got the left hook over the top of the southpaw, leading right a couple of times already. No great power in the shots, but he's the target a couple of times.
Both of them a little wary, perhaps, of the other's power. Look at the high-held guard of Ortiz. Sometimes, by reputation, Maidana is prepared to gamble. He lost a split decision against Katalnik in his last fight. It was very close. One of the judges gave it to him, letting the punches flow here. Ortiz getting through here. And Maidana having to cover up the Argentinian, but down he goes. Flash knockdown, takes a count, right hook.
It was a good punch, it was bang on the chin. Okay, it doesn't look as though any lasting effect, but that was a good punch from Ortiz. Is he going to do it again?
Fast, it's an even bigger one. Fantastic right hand, and that did land flush, and he's unsteady here. Wow, Maidana, what a comeback, what a turnaround.
That, as you say, it was a far heavier knockdown. You can see he's straight onto the defensive. When Maidana went over, he comes straight back onto the attack. Ortiz, big trouble here.
This is a sensational opening session. Maidana thinks he's got Ortiz going here, and look at Ortiz here. Gambling, leaving himself open. He's caught with another right hand. He really is throwing the dice. If Maidana catches him with another one in this condition, it might be curtains.
I think he's badly stunned. He's not thinking straight. At least now he's thinking defensively. He just wants to get to the end of this round. He's almost there, but really, he is badly stunned.
It's a good body shot as well from Maidana. This one isn't disappointing. It looked good on paper. It looks even better on canvas. And another right from Maidana. Ortiz shaken up badly, having scored the initial knockdown. What a round. Crowd on their feet in the Staples Center, where Lennox Lewis had his last fight, of course, against Vitaly Klitschko. That wasn't half bad either. Is he thinking straight, Jim?
He was badly stunned. You can see the way he pushed straight back onto his heels with that punch, straight onto the defensive. When they come off the floor, quite the opposite to when Maidana went over. He was quite happy to get right back down to business again. So, as I said, if they expected a tough night, they're going to get one. He leaves himself wide open when he's attacking. The Ramsey shot was bang on the chin, but even as he took the punch, you could see he was looking straight back at Ortiz. The punch landed, but as he was going over, he was looking straight back. See, there he goes. But that was the heavy knockdown.
Left a question mark against Ortiz defense as well. He's only ever lost once, Ortiz, against Corey Alasson. That was by disqualification. You can kind of discount that, really. And the only time Maidana's lost was against Andreas Katalnik in his last fight. 25 wins and 24 inside schedule for the man in the red trunks, Marcos Maidana of Argentina.
See, I don't think Ortiz has the confidence to use the southpaw jab. He's trying to set up the left hand. He was countered a couple of times in the opening round with a left hook over the top. So I wonder if already Maidana has taken that southpaw advantage away from him.
Maidana has beaten the southpaw before his breakthrough win against Miguel Caliste inside 3 rounds. Former WBA title contender, so that was a good win. He does profit against southpaws. There's another heavy-looking body shot. These two both heavy-handed. Ortiz just looking a little desperate at this phase of the game here in this dramatic fight already.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not quite so gung-ho as we've seen him in the past, or as he was in the opening round. But he's going to have to put power into those shots. He can't just pop the punches out. He's going to have to discourage this fellow, and that's no easy task.
This really is a shootout, just as it appeared to be in the build-up. Maidana again looking to let that right hand flow. He's certainly an exciting fighter. Almost anything could happen with him in the ring. 21 wins inside 3 rounds for Maidana.
And he's the one with the confident look at the moment. Ortiz, can't blame him. He's being a little bit cagey, trying to work on the outside, but looking a little bit negative at times. Up close, not doing anything, heads rubbing together there.
It almost seemed like Ortiz was happy to take the break there as they held on the inside for a moment. And all the time Maidana looking to get away, to find the leverage for his big shots. Good right to the body there. He's a right-handed southpaw, Ortiz.
But again,
lovely shot! Another right hook from Ortiz. And that was the punch that worked for him in the first round. And Maidana is down for the second time and wants an extended break.
Yep, and this time he is shaken up. I mean, with the mandatory 8 count, you very seldom see fighters go down again, but he's shaken up. Lovely uppercut.
Fantastic shot from Victor Ortiz. He found another one there. And there's another knockdown. Touches down, down twice in the round. And this fight is twisting and turning. And what next in the plot? It's great stuff.
Well, I was saying Ortiz had to put a bit more into the punches to discourage this fellow. I wasn't sure he could do it, but he came up with the goods. Tremendous round from him.
Which will go down, I think, as a 10-7 round for Ortiz because of 2 knockdowns in his favor. Like this.
And this really was the heavy knockdown. Bang on the chin again. And this time he went back from the punch and he gets back up, wanted to go back down onto his knees again. He was badly shaken. But Ortiz, I mean, even as he's delivering the big punches, he's wide open himself. But he really produced the goods in that round. What a comeback.
Ortiz, who says, with his background and his parents deserting him at 12 and having to live rough and make money by working in the fields and selling furniture, he says all the worst things that could happen to me have already happened. The ring could never be any worse. He's the one in the green and white, if you still need the identification. Vicious Victor Ortiz, the Oscar de la Hoya promoted fighter, having been with Bob Arum's top rank and left them controversially in a past boxing life, as it were. What next in this fight? It's amazing stuff so far.
I wonder if Ortiz will start trying to use the southpaw jab. He's been trying to set up the left hand in the couple of rounds so far, but he should be using that southpaw jab. Draw some mistakes from this fellow, but he's the man in the driving seat now.
Right hand from Maidana. Get past that high-held guard of Ortiz. He's got a better repertoire and a better accuracy. Looks more controlled and compact of the two, but all that might count for nothing in a shootout such as this. Both been on the floor already, remember. In fact, Maidana's been down 3 times. Another good shot.
He's walked right onto another right hand. He's so careless as he comes forward. His defences scatter as he mounts attacks of his own, Ortiz.
Ortiz needs to keep it cool and controlled and calculated with his aggression, taking good care, you'd think, about Maidana's explosiveness.
Ortiz still looks as though he's going for the knockout. Again, he's not using the southpaw jab properly. He's just trying to set up the left hand with everything just becoming a little bit obvious.
Stop! Break! Respiren los dos, respiren, vámonos.
You don't want to avert your eyes from this one. Again, no use of the jab, just like Jim was saying. And you'd think that might prove pretty effective as well in setting up the attacks, because Maidana is quite open, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're a talented southpaw, you know, the southpaw jab can be a nightmare, especially for, you know, crude opponents as Maidana is. I mean, he's powerful, he's dangerous, but he is a little bit crude. Ortiz certainly boxing better now. He seems to have settled. As the head's rubbing again, just becoming a little bit cynical up close at times between them.
The honey punch has been the right hook for Ortiz, and remember, he does have the power in the right hand. Being a right-handed southpaw, it's always worth noting.
Well, he's pushing Maidana back now, which is a good plan. But having said that, he's been shaken as he's walked onto punches a couple of times. Has to really be careful here.
Welcome back to the Staples Center in Los Angeles, also the home of the LA Lakers, famous basketball team. Got a statue of Oscar de la Hoya outside. You'll like that, the promoter. Green and white, remember. Ortiz, who's had Maidana down 3 times already, but Ortiz down himself heavily in round 1. Winner gets a shot at the WBA light welterweight title, which will be contested, remember, between Amir Khan and Andreas Katalnik on July the 18th. So take good note, British boxing fans, of the form lines here.
The World Cup close, that's the heads rubbing again. Ortiz, I think, yeah, it's about time the referee had a little word. I think the 4 heads have been rubbing in. I don't think Ortiz wants to work up close. He's spoiling a little bit. Again, trying to set up the left hand. He's becoming too obvious in what he's doing, Ortiz.
Still a boxing baby, really, at 22. Still learning. 3 years older, Maidana. Certainly the more cultured operator, Ortiz, on what we've seen so far.
Yeah, we're putting a little bit more thought into what he's doing. Now that's what's called for. Use the jab to open up, then the left hand. Beginning to use the southpaw right jab now, showing little feints. This is better, a lot more thought in what he's doing now.
And he varied the range quite cleverly then, too. And did find the target with that ramrod right lead, which he hasn't used often enough in the fight so far. At the moment, Maidana looks a little frustrated the way things are turning, but he does have the equalizer.
Yeah, well, the fact that Ortiz is thinking about what he's doing, he's making Maidana look maybe a little bit more crude than expected.
That's a great jab that time. I think he must have a hotline to you, Jim.
Yeah, well, I mean, what is the point being a talented cagey southpaw and not using the jab? Because it can really take the ambition out of opponents. If you use a good solid jab, and if he is right-handed as well, it could be a power punch at the same time. But he's just now, he's starting to use it as such.
Maidana again, typically just letting the leather fly, as he's done to some effect in his career so far. Latest in a long line of decent fighters from Argentina, led of course by the great Carlos Monzon, world middleweight champion. Last 2 seconds of the 4th.
Yeah, but just fighting in little spurts now, Maidana. You know, he's actually looked as though he was taking a deep breath there. I wonder if that's the body shots I don't think it'll be the pace. Both in great shape.
He took on a legend.
Marco Antonio Barrera is beaten.
Now, can Britain's Amir Khan become champion of the world?
This is a world-class performance, and he's now ready for a shot at the world title.
Is he at last the man who would be king? Khan v Kotelnik for the WBA light welterweight title. July 18th, Sky Box Office.
4 rounds gone. Seems like about 40, so much has happened, particularly in those first couple of rounds. At the moment, Ortiz in the green and white, the big Californian hope. Home territory for him, really, for this fight. And Maidana, who's making his US debut here, just falling behind on points at the moment, but it's much more complicated than that, given the puncher's reputation that both of them have, really. Again, this time, left hands from Ortiz, and again he's looking for that right hook. Is he going in here, trying to finish off Maidana?
Well, Ortiz is now beginning to show why so many people are raving about him. This is real classy stuff. His chin's down, his hands up, using the southpaw jab now, putting punches together. Maidana beginning to look a little bit confused now, just trying hopeful big swings with the right hand.
And in danger of walking onto another right hook there, Maidana. He is the type who's prepared to gamble. Ortiz giving the impression he thinks he's got things under control. Another great right hook. This time, Maidana just seemed to walk through it.
Yeah, Ortiz really using his skills now. Drawing Maidana onto punches, thinking about what he's doing, using that southpaw leading right hand with the jab and the hook. This is good stuff from him.
Now Maidana, again, looking to buy the lottery tickets with the right hand. He really did telegraph that one. He wound it up. A massive haymaker which hit thin air predictably.
I mean, you can actually see Maidana winding up the right hand. Ortiz knows exactly what's coming, but the left hook caught him.
Yeah, and he wants to stay on the inside after that. Back comes Ortiz. Heavy shot on the counter there from Maidana, and a right to the temple too. This is an absolute slugfest, isn't it, here in the 5th? Oh, there's a cut as well for Ortiz amid all of this. He's just going for it, isn't he, Maidana? He's looking with sheer volume of shots to shake up Ortiz and change the pattern of the fight, which was going against him for a while.
Yep, he was being soundly outboxed. All he can do is throw caution to the wind. But I think Ortiz obliged by standing his ground and trading with him. That's Maidana's kind of fight. He should be using the ring, using his skills. I think he's trying to do that now. But the damage is done. The blood coming from the eye.
Ortiz just showing his inexperience a little in this round. He's been hustled out of it and drawn into the wrong kind of fight again in the 5th. Much better one this session for Maidana. Lovely right hand from him again. And I think Ortiz was a bit troubled by that.
I think the big worry every time Maidana...
Huge right that time. Ortiz did well to stay out from that, but a bit unsteady on his legs as he went back in the corner. Was that a fight-changing round?
Well, the worrying thing, every time Maidana lands with the right hand, you can see the effect on Ortiz. He's not happy. Worried about the cut now. We can't get a look at it to see how bad it is, but it looks a nasty one.
He took some heavy shots in that round as well. A bit more worrying, the cuts to the side of the eye, Jim.
And there's not a bright look about him as he sits in the corner there. See, he does walk onto punches when he's throwing his own. And he knows the only chance Maidana has is to wind up big, powerful right hands. And he's walking onto them now, and everyone that lands has him in trouble.
He certainly fought Maidana's fight in that last round. It wasn't smart.
The cut was a punch, okay, son?
Woo, big one. caused by a punch. The cut, Maidana back to work straight away with the right hand and then a body shot as well. That's brilliant stuff really from the Argentinian. Smart thinking, off his stool, lightning fast, resuming control, and Ortiz is in a bit of trouble here. Another right hand. These punches aren't missing. He's winding them up here, this whirlwind Argentinian.
Ortiz doesn't look happy, Ian. I don't know if he wants to be in there. He's pulling faces. Swelling on the eye, the other eye badly cut. He's pulling faces, things not looking good.
And he's getting an extended break here. Well, the referee's saying something about I'm going to stop it. He had stopped it. He's led him away. And sensationally, Marcos Maidana has come up with an away win here when the fight seemed to be going against him in the last couple of rounds there. Big punches, and Ortiz is stopped. Were you surprised by the stoppage?
Surprised by the stoppage, yeah. I thought this is an important contest. I thought that the doctor would have let it continue a little bit longer. But Ortiz did not look happy between rounds. Under the first attack, he wilted. He started pulling faces, although he wasn't all that happy to be there anymore. Whereas Maidana was quite the opposite, gave it everything, and he's got the result.
Shane Mosley in the ring there, part of the Golden Boy team, talking to Ortiz. It just all went away from him tonight, and to be fair, Ortiz didn't protest about the stoppage, and the referee, to be fair to him, was looking closely into his eyes and maybe saw there was nothing there.
Yeah, but it wasn't really much of a knockdown the way he went over, and look at his face. He's looking at the floor as he comes off the floor. I wonder if it was the cut that's had the effect on him, but he just seemed to lose all ambition in that round. Maidana could sense it. He went for broke, and he's got a great result.
I think it is a defeat that Ortiz can come back from. He might learn from that. He didn't fight a smart fight, but well done, Maidana. Explosive win, that. It really was.
Referee Raul Caiz Sr. stops the bout due to a severe laceration over the right eye of Victor Ortiz caused by a legal blow. The official time, 46 seconds of round number 6. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, Marcos